Somewhat bigger than the question of why hasn't Chris Sumo been posting, big project NDA I'm afraid, is that of what is the latest on Terunofuji. Well, he's certainly not retiring, although there's mounting evidence to suggest he'd rather have done so by now. The Yokozuna has told the press he's been back in the gym, doing something like normal workouts. He's also said he will not compete until he's got practice bouts under his belt. And yesterday, for the first time since claiming the cup in July, he did some practice bouts. On the tour leg in Takarazuka with Ozeki Onosato. He went 4-4 in that session, winning when fashioning favoured grip, but losing when his outside left was cut. At one stage, even collapsing under Onosato's driving pressure to gasps from the crowd. "It's still only day one proper," was his message to the press. "Naturally, I'm still tight, and I lost too many for my liking. But condition is gradually going up. I always want to compete, you know. Hence, I'm dissatisfied with this year. I may have won those 2 cups, but I didn't even complete 4 meets, which is a professional failure." Although he famously fought practice bouts in October last year only to sit out the subsequent meet, he does seem further ahead in his prep this time, and, on this evidence, must be eyeing a comeback next month. Significantly, that was his first practice bout session on any tour since April 27th. In other tour news, the following wrestlers have been ruled out with the following injuries. Now, off the tour, almost 10,000 kilometers away, Chairman Hakuho has been in London, where I first suggested he might well go over 15 months ago. If the word through the grapevine is true, the wrestler's return to London has already been fixed up. We await Hakuho's official announcement. A 5-day sumo event has been scheduled in the British capital from October the 15th to 19th of next year, timed to coincide with the 100th anniversary of the Sumo Association. That event should follow the pattern of the 5-day meet staged there at the same Royal Albert Hall back in 1991, which was won by the current chairman. He's a closet fan of British culture, having also enjoyed his jolly to the 2015 Rugby World Cup. We believe his Anglophilia is the driving factor behind his decision to resume overseas tours in the UK, as opposed to Mongolia or the US. Tickets apparently go on sale in late January. Just some rankings chart news to end with then. Hatsuyama of Tamanoi Stable has made Division 2 less than 3 years after his 4th tier debut. Kiryuko of Tatsunami Stable will return to that level after his year-end showing. And it would seem only Onosho and Chiyomaru will lose their pay next month. The youngsters at the foot of Tier 2, despite all making losing scores, will be given another chance to shape their salaried futures. And finally, some interesting news just in. The sumo press have announced en masse that after months of speculation, the 2025 Hakuho Cup will go ahead. Sumo chiefs have made a point of stating that both their blessing and that of Master Isegahama had to be sought and given. The announcement ties in with same stable Terunofuji's vow this week to donate sumo dohyos to around 20, we assume, remote areas in a bid to arrest declining sumo numbers. Here is Coach Miyagino's translated comment, written principally with his bosses in mind. You will soon see what I mean. I am currently learning things every day as I reassess the way I live life and face up to the mistakes I made and arrogance I showed before. I have doubted whether it is even appropriate for my current self to continue the Hakuho Cup. But amidst such deep reflections, did I receive contact from various junior sumo clubs asking, will the Hakuho Cup take place? Or telling me, I'm training hard with the Hakuho Cup as my aim. And my heart was infused with passion as I realized that even with my current imperfections, there are still those who want to support me. I have also taken to heart the words of my elders in life itself, that whereas we adult organizers may have more Hakuho Cups further down the line, that may not be true for many of the kids. Next year might be their last chance to compete. I was admonished for even thinking about pulling the plug on the dreams of these kids. With the news that the National Junior Sports Festival will be scrapping sumo from its program in 2027, I also felt that we cannot deprive the kids of another sumo stage. Hence, after much soul-searching, I have summoned the resolve to continue the Hakuho Cup. I am grateful to Master Isegahama, the sponsors, and to the kind permission of the Sumo Association. And the Hakuho Cup's leading roles, of course, belong to the kids themselves. I look forward to receiving your support. In addition, we have this statement from Master Isegahama, whose hometown Asahifuji Dojo, which has produced the likes of Terunofuji, is a Hakuho Cup participant. As Coach Miyagino's current master, I have asked for the Sumo Association's permission to stage the Hakuho Cup, for which I will be personally responsible. I hear that kids across the land view this Hakuho Cup as a major goal of theirs, and as such see its continuation as a meaningful contribution towards a bottom-up expansion of sumo participation. I plan to be there supporting the kids along with Coach Miyagino. See you on February the 11th. My goodness, there's a lot to unpick there, but let's save that for another time.